This week on AYL TV, I'm going to show you how to spend Halloween at the drag races. Skyller and Heather Dykstra are doing their part for National Public Lands Day, and Reece and Marianne Stein are telling the story of history, heroes, and horrors at the birthplace of the Titanic. Hey everybody, welcome to AYL TV. I'm Scott Huntsman. I'm at Firebird Raceway in Eagle, Idaho, just north of Boise. Do you like Halloween? Do you like fast cars? Well, I'll tell you what, we're at the Halloween Classic, and this is a great time. I'm racing here this weekend. Check it out.
Drag racing, as it was founded in 1951 by Wally Parks, it has evolved over the years into something we think and take a lot of pride in our facility that families are first and foremost. At the top of everything we do, first we think about how will this set up for families that might want to come to an event like this, and you'll see 4 generations, that'll all be a part, especially this event called the Halloween Classic.
My dad's always been drag racing. Finally got an opportunity at this race, and yesterday, I was able to make all 6 passes and get my NHRA license. First ever competition and made it to the 3rd round. Halloween Classic is honestly, in my opinion, one of the best races. I love it, so might as well have it be my first one.
So I'm Brandon, manager of TuneX West Valley. Been racing for about 25 years. Met Scott, the owner of TuneX, South Jordan, West Valley, about 20 years ago. Really good friends, traveled a lot of places with him. Went to Vegas a few times, we've been to Boise, numerous racing throughout the years in RMR when it was there. It's really nice to have that friendship as well as the boss that you can work with that has the knowledge that he has that he can pass on to the rest of us. We love being competitive at the racetrack, and his knowledge has helped us do that. The best part is being able to race with somebody that's not only your boss, but a real good friend. I've enjoyed that. Having somebody that can actually help you pick up the loose ends when you're racing, keep you going throughout the day, it's a good thing to have. Sometimes you have to brush things off each other's shoulders to kind of get ideas of what might help you the next round.
Like this, like race camp. Like we got race camp, all the, racers help any racer. It's like the only sport, you'll help somebody that could beat you next round, Anyone needs anything, everyone's always there to help, so it's real camaraderie, everyone, real tight-knit group, no matter what. As
a drag racer, you always look for the best out of everything, and part of that's track prep and good conditions to race in, and the list goes on and on and on, but you find most of that here. The facility's amazing. It's just been good experiences over the years, and that's why I think I enjoy it so much.
There is probably somewhere between 60 and 80 Utah racers are here this weekend competing. We try to roll the red carpet out. You can visit with anybody. We get many Utah racers that come in here week in and week out early in the season, and then we'll pick certain events to come to, and we're just grateful for everybody's support.
Hey, I'm sitting in the staging lanes. It's almost my turn to go. In fact, hey, they're calling me up right now. I'm going to helmet up and run this thing. You check out this story coming up.
Since 1994, the biggest volunteer event for public lands has been held every year on the 4th Saturday of September. Skyller and Heather Dykstra are in Maryellen Gulch, volunteering with the Lone Peak Four-Wheelers for National Public Lands Day.
It's just a day for us to give back to the National Forest Service, to BLM, by coming out here and volunteering our hours to work. And that gives them money back in their pocket so they can do projects of their own and make these lands better for everyone to enjoy.
I am a member of Lone Peak Four-Wheelers, so I am out here today supporting the club. We're all out here to recreate responsibly. These roads are built for vehicles, and we stay on trail, and we do, we try to mitigate or minimize any potential damage to the trail. Just hoping that we can all share the trails and continue to enjoy them for years.
Maryellen Gulch is the Lone Peak Four-Wheelers adopted trail. So today we're out here doing service project on the trail, and we're out here trimming back trees to get them off the trail, and we're able to make the trail better for everybody that uses the trail.
We started driving this trail 25 years ago. This area eventually got bought out by Snowbird. So we started working with Snowbird and trying to help maintain it. We helped build some of the fences that eliminated some of the places that were causing some problems. And so working with them has been a wonderful experience in making it possible to help keep this trail open, because it is one of the iconic trails in this area, only minutes away from, down there in the valley.
The most important aspect of today, getting everything trimmed back from the summer growth. That way winter can come in, it does its thing. Then when all the snow melts in the spring, the trail is ready to go. There's nothing that we need to come out here and do before we come out and hit the trail.
It helps us to get out there. We're cleaning up trash as we find it. We're helping the trail be better for everybody.
2023 was the biggest year ever for National Public Lands Day. Over 81,000 hours of volunteer time was logged, totaling $2.6 million, allowing that money to be used for other BLM projects and services. This donated time came from almost 8,000 individuals across the country, many of whom belong to off-road clubs just like the Lone Peak Four-Wheelers.
I've been a member of Lone Peak for 4 years. My husband introduced me to off-roading. I love the scenery. I love to be outdoors in nature. I love to see the animals, the vegetation.
We're really lucky that we have so many people in our group. It's just an awesome group to be with at all times, We all are out here to make the trail better. We're actually trying to have a better reputation within the community for what we do so we can keep our trails open.
Use the trail, enjoy the trail, do it responsibly. A lot of people have apps on their phone where they're recording the trails that they go on. We highly encourage people to do that. Don't really care what app you use. You don't even have to be a member of any club, but get out there, record your tracks, take pictures, stay on the trail. But when you're done, go to trailsaver.com and upload the fact that you were there on that trail. The Bureau of Land Management has these comment periods for various parts of the state where they are seeking comments from the public and documentation that we the public are using these trails. That helps to keep the trails open. It's so awesome to be out here, and if we don't use the trails and we don't document it, we could lose that opportunity, and our kids could lose that opportunity. So now's the time to do this.
You had an awesome day today cleaning up trail. What'd you think?
I had a great time. Want to thank Lone Peak Four-Wheelers for putting this together. What an awesome day, taking care of our trails. What did you guys think?
Awesome. Thanks for joining us.
All right, hey everybody, welcome back. That was a good run. I'm really happy with the results of that. I had a good reaction time. 0:11, I'm gonna take that all day, every day. Sportsman drag racing is so much fun, and I just enjoy this like you wouldn't believe. But I want to kind of explain some of the rules and some of the things that go on behind the fact of drag racing in the Sportsman classes the way we do. A lot of people ask, Scott, why do the starting line lights work independently of each other? Well, that's simple. In Sportsman drag racing, unlike professional drag racing where Both cars leave at the same time and it's first to the finish line, and they're building cars that they're spending literally millions of dollars upon. Us Sportsman racers have a limited budget. So to equal the playing field, we have different kinds of cars that run different speeds and different ETs. ET stands for elapsed time. Elapsed time is the time it takes to leave the starting line and get to the finish line. So to equal the playing field, we do what we call a dial-in drag race. Dial-in means you're going to predict the elapsed time of your own car. That goes on to the window. The window is read by the starting line tower. They enter each opponent's time, and a computer takes the difference of those times, and the slower car gets the head start by the difference in those times. That's why you see the staggered starting line light. Now, there's two things about that. It gives the driver the ability to react to the green light, which is called reaction time. The better the reaction time, the closer the competition's going to be. And then it also puts into the driver's hands his ability to have his car run as close to that dial-in number as he possibly can. If you go under, that's considered a breakout and you lose. If you leave the starting line too early, that results in a red light. And a red light means that you also will lose. So you want to react well, and you want your car to run as close to that elapsed time of your dial-in as it possibly can without going under. If both drivers go under, the computer will pick the winner by who did it by the least. If both drivers red light, the computer will pick who red lit by the least amount, and again, the win will go to them. So it equals the playing field. It puts the hands in the guy who can tune his car to be the more consistent car and run that dial-in number, and the person who can also react to the green light the best. So all driver, car has to run good, but it doesn't matter if you have a fast car you spend a lot of money on or a slower car, you can do it either way. Either way, it's a heck of a lot of fun, and first to the finish line is still the key. So I hope that that explains why you see what you do at a Sportsman drag race. It's just a heck of a lot of fun, and I say if you've never done it, try it out sometime because it's a blast. Now we got more of the Halloween Classic coming up. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to AYL TV, everybody. You know, here at Firebird Raceway, the racing action has been fantastic and we've had a great time. But what happens in the later evening? Well, this is when Halloween comes to life. This is where all the crowd comes. They bring their kids. Look at this behind me. This is the Hotel California. This is actually some competitors' pit spot that they have turned into this marvel. Check this out.
We've done the Firebird Raceway for 5 years now with the Halloween Classic. It just is graduated and taken off year after year to the grand scheme of what it is now. We just have a blast with it. We enjoy the family atmosphere at Firebird Raceway. We love treating the kids just to a good time and having a great time with families out here at the track.
We try to take advantage of the better weather early in the month. Obviously this weekend is just gorgeous, but all the things we get to do on Saturday, from the kids' games and activities, the hay rides, the costume contest, the trick-or-treating, to literally over 600 homes. If you could make it that far, you will fill gunny sacks full of candy.
Well, I'm the bellman. I'm gonna get the kids in line so they can come in, and I'm gonna show them, if you got baggage, you might end up like this if you don't be careful and be good. This is what I did to somebody that gave me a hard time.
When I was little, oh yeah, like we got set up right now. All the pits, everything's set up, the trick-or-treating, the racing, the cars. Yeah, I've been coming out here for a long time. Love the cars.
Well, ever since I was little, I've always gone to this one every single year. And like one of the funnest parts is that they shut down the track and you get to go trick-or-treating to like every single motorhome. And Halloween's my favorite holiday, and so it's just kind of like perfect. It's like one of the best experiences for me.
They do numerous things to get the community to come and enjoy the track as well as the racers, but they do a little Halloween costume contest, and they get the kids run around gathering candy at night, and they do an air show. They do a bunch of things, just not only racing, that you can come out here and enjoy. And
we love coming out to this. It's a lot of fun. A lot of families come out, a lot of little kids come out. It's fun trick-or-treating. And of course, we love drag racing. I drive the 2017 Camaro Lightning McQueen.
I race Tomater. It's a 1952 truck, Ford truck. The decorating, the pits, seeing all the kids, seeing all of the racers, what they're gonna do and decorate. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Hey, you know what? Best part about this is the trick-or-treating time. Is it trick-or-treating time? Come on over. Let's hear it.
Trick-or-treat.
Here you go. Take a couple of them. You know, while I'm doing this, you guys check out this story coming up.
I'm Reece Stein at your leisure in Belfast, Northern Ireland. And just in time for Halloween, we remember disaster at sea, death in the Atlantic, at the place where it all began. It was the ultimate night of terror for the 2,000 people on the ocean liner Titanic. And mimicking the shape of the Titanic's prow, the angular aluminum-clad Titanic Belfast Museum tells the tale. The building, 125 feet high, same as the doomed ship's hull, sits on the site where the ship was constructed from 1909 to 1912. Belfast is also remembered for the horrors of the Troubles, 30 years from 1969 to 1998 of bloody conflicts between Catholics and Protestants over political rule. Even now, high fences, painted murals, and steel gates locked after dark separate the factions, although violence has subsided. The Titanic Museum takes us through the construction of the ship. Thousands of workers are oblivious to the fate of their enormous creation. Just 7 days before she is to set sail on her maiden and only voyage, she undergoes sea trials. We celebrate her launch on May 31st and her ill-fated sail from Southampton to New York on April 10th, 1912. We stroll the deck while a virtual Atlantic roils below. Titanic receives 7 warnings of ice. 20 minutes to midnight, April 14th, she sideswipes an iceberg, and word goes out over the Marconi wireless. At 2 a.m., the bow is underwater and the passengers crowd to the stern. 2 hours and 40 minutes after striking ice, Titanic sinks into the Atlantic. The Carpathia arrives over an hour later and rescues 705 survivors, including Mrs. Margaret Brown of Colorado, unsinkable Molly Brown. But there were not nearly enough lifeboats, and only a third of the passengers survived. Also, 3 of 12 dogs aboard. 1,512 people die, maybe most famously, multimillionaire fur trader John Jacob Astor. Many of the dead are buried here at the city cemetery in Halifax, Nova Scotia, the graves arcing out like the shape of the ship. Bob Ballard found the wreck in 1985 under 12,500 feet of water. Recovered artifacts include a deck chair, the violin played while the ship went down, and some kitchenware. Near the museum, the huge Thompson Dry Dock and Pump House, where Titanic was built, and next door, the Nomadic, Titanic's little sister, built alongside the larger ship. She is a quarter the size and served as the tender, transferring passengers and cargo from ports not large enough for the Titanic. Her interior mirrors the luxurious furnishings of the Titanic and offers the closest experience to actually being on board the big liner. She ferried first and second class passengers from the shallow port of Cherbourg to Titanic moored offshore in deeper water.
I really quite enjoyed the Titanic experience. I've read a lot about the Titanic, and this is kind of a different way of looking at it. It's got all the facts and figures, but it's a little more artistic and emotional. I thought it was a great experience and a great thing to visit in Belfast.
The Belfast displays feature all the horrors and heroes of the Titanic experience. Reece Stein with Marianne in Belfast, Northern Ireland.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. You know, one of the highlights of the Halloween Classic is the air show, the wheel stand contest. And there are prizes available for this. How high and how far they carry, they're gonna win money for that. These guys are kind of crazy, so check it out a little bit. While I check more of it, you look at next week's show.
Next week, Skyller and Heather Dykstra are taking their Dirty Adventure crew for another great ride to Daniel Summit for their own Halloween fun. Then Will Oxley is hitting the hiking trails to show off some local elevation as he gains 2,700 feet to show off some of the best views of any trail in the Salt Lake area. Finally, we're getting back to the sand as we head to the Little Sahara Recreation Area to check out a wide variety of buggies and rail cars that want to put their custom-built rigs to the test. Now let's take a look at our calendar of events. First up, November 1st and 2nd is the 6th annual Fall Rally in Bullfrog Valley, which is an amazing way to get out to Tickaboo and learn about some of the fantastic riding trails they have to offer in the area. Visit NorthLakePowell.com to register today. Then, November 7th through the 10th is the internationally recognized Hump and Bump Ride, which is a low-speed 3-day event hosted by the Vegas Valley Four-Wheelers on the Logandale Trails and Valley of Fire Recreation Area. Visit vv4w.org to register today.
Hey everybody, you know what? We've had a great time at Halloween Classic, and there's no better way than to cap it off with a big, huge bonfire that fortunately has calmed down a little bit so we can stand around it. But I'm standing around here with all of my friends. These are friends that I have made over the years racing cars. We've had the best time. This has been the best weekend. We went a few rounds, did a few things. It's been a great time. Look, I'm encouraging you. You want some fun? Come up here for Halloween. This is the way to do it. So with all that in mind, we're going to encourage everybody to get off your couches and enjoy some adventures you'll love. We all ready to race? Yeah, we are. Let's do it. Let's go get it on. Get that car of yours out, man. Come on, let's go.